Happy Wednesday.
Peak of the week. How is everybody doing today? Cheryl and Donna keeping it real with you on this wonderful sunny autumn day. How is everyone doing? Drop us a note when you're here. Let us know that you're watching. Come and say hi, hi, hi. Cheryl, how's your day so far today?
Fabulous. It didn't start off very well because I've been awake since 4:30 with the dog on the beach. But it wasn't actually the dog that woke me up. It was my husband letting me know that the dog was on the beach. So then I was then awake and couldn't get back to sleep. So I didn't do my meditation this morning, but I did my pranic exercises. So yes, so I've been coaching this morning for 2 hours, and then I've just stuffed some lunch down because we've got another coaching session after this. So yes, very good.
Very good. Well, I'll have to go and stuff lunch down after this because I've not had a chance to grab any yet. So I'm looking forward to some food, but I've just found out that I'm out of my favourite milk. It's never good when you run out of your coconut milk. It upsets me.
I know, I haven't had a cup of coffee yet today. But that isn't good. What are you going to do? Send Neil to the shop?
He's going to have to.
Yeah.
I can't not have milk. And we haven't got to pick Caleb up today because Kelly's picking him up. So he's got time to go and do the milk run. But you can't get it at Asda now. Asda have stopped selling my favourite milk, which makes life very uncomfortable.
Where'd you get it from then?
He's having to go up to Sainsbury's just for milk, which is just ridiculous, isn't it, really? Like, why would it's not even on the shelf anymore. It hasn't even got the gap on the shelf. So do you have these little things, guys, where there's just like one thing that in the day, if you haven't got it, upsets you? For me, it's me coconut milk so I can have my hazelnut coffee. Like, that's all I ask for.
Donna, are you sure you want a dog? Why would you not want a dog? Because you can't cope with not having any milk.
Yeah, I'm sure the dog will be more obedient and make sure I don't run out of milk, which obviously keeping me in milk is Neil's job.
Oh, dog food. Don't run out of dog food.
Don't run out of dog food.
Have we got any updates on Gabby and my niece?
No. Well, we had a little video call with her yesterday, which was just lush. It was just divine. She just had her dinner, so she was just like. So I'm gonna have to get some. I need like a list of like stuff to buy for a dog. So 2 things. One is like know what to buy, and 2 is like there are no reliable workmen left in the world. Like, what is that about? Like, I think I've asked 10 people for the name of a reliable joiner, and nobody can provide one. Like, what is wrong with the world? How can we have so many unreliable tradesmen people?
I know. Well, we are in the midst of getting another joiner because the first one we had was unreliable. But he can't do anything till December, so that's no good. You might end up with a monkey cage till then.
Yes. No, not my dog. There is a dog. There is a random dog that likes to bark on the beach next to Cheryl's house at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. And Graham actually got out of bed. I'm sure I told this story. Went across the road and spoke to the owner a few weeks ago, and we haven't heard it since. But he said his dog had dementia. I think he's got dementia because he hasn't been for a couple of weeks, and then he's brought it back along this morning. Woke us up again. So I think he has dementia, and his dog. Crate with a dark blanket,
for sleep, yeah.
Hold me up with this dog jobs, yeah. There's a niche for you to go out into, Wendy. Homeopathy for dogs.
Well, we didn't we interview one of the ladies that we did a podcast with? Wasn't she like a homeopathic healer for horses?
Oh, sure.
Do you remember that lady, the Australian?
Oh,
yeah. She was like a natural healer for horses. That was what she did. Yeah.
Somebody's saying your neighbour's a joiner, Donna.
Is it my neighbour? Which neighbour?
Can you tell Donna, please, who it is that lives in that street? Who is a joiner?
I mean, one guy did actually reply and said, yes, I can pop round in December. That's not a lot of use. So,
but all the good ones should be booked up till December. If you can say I'm coming tomorrow, it means he's shit because nobody wants to give him a job.
I know, but I can't wait till December. The dog needs a house.
Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather. Lovely to hear from you. And you're over as well, Heather. How are you finding the UK? Are you having fun? Are you and Neil's all loved up still? Are you still here or are you at home now?
So today we are, while you answer, we are talking about what do you really, really want in life? What do you want? Not what do you not want? What do you not want? I don't want Alpro milk. I don't want Morrison's Own milk. I don't want whatever
want
other
dairy
milk.
I
don't want dairy milk.
milk.
I want fucking cocoa milk that they sell
Cocoa.
in Asda.
Not
But-
Alpro coconut milk, cocoa milk.
Cocoa milk. KO milk. But we spend a lot of time, and we talked about this a bit on Monday about taking inspired action. But when we spend a lot of energy thinking about what we don't want, too much energy, which we often do, focus on things that we don't want, we just get more of that.
More of
Because
the
we're
same.
always manifesting, remember, people. We are manifesting every moment of the day. Every thought you have creates energy, which is sent to the universe. So if you focus on what you don't want, you get more of it. If you focus on what you do want, guess what? That comes to you.
More
This
of
is how
that
it works,
too.
people. And
So-
let's just go back to the dog things.
Doggy
Great, other than that, then we've got doggyopathy. I already do, but not legally allowed unless 7 years.
So can I just say, Natalie Hickman is Gabby's stepmom while I'm not there.
Oh,
So Willow is Gabby's mum, is Natalie's dog.
lovely country. Had it still in the UK. Tell him what you want. Do you really, really want? Yes. Love
Tell me
that.
what I
Love
want,
that.
whatever. Yeah,
Really, really
so-
want. I want a carton of cocoa milk.
Yes, I need a list of Natalie of everything that I need to buy. I need a
Yes.
joiner of anybody who knows a decent joiner up here before I throat punch some fucker who tells us that the content up till fucking December, no use to us. That's my first question is, are you any good? Show me photos. And the second question is, can you do it before fucking November?
Yeah. So, hey, Natalie, I am Gabby's niece, auntie.
Auntie.
She's my niece. I don't do dogs, but I'm in love with her already because she's my niece. She's family. So,
100%.
doggyopathy.
Doggy
Oh.
I love it.
So, yeah.
So what do you really want? Are you getting clear on what you want? And think about the different pillars of your life. So think about your finances, think about your health, think about your career, think about your spiritual life, think about, what I've missed a pillar. There's normally 5, your business or whatever.
Health, finances.
So in whatever you could have 5, you could have, I think you need at least 4 or 5. I think 2, you're not stretching yourself, but thinking about in each of those, what is the very, very clear goal? Hey, Marlene.
Hi.
Marlene, did you miss yesterday? We were talking about breastfeeding and everything. It was repulsive. Yeah. Oh,
It'll
sorry.
be a long list.
It'll be a
Doggy
long
list.
Long list. So in each of those pillars, so if you just put on a bit of paper, health, wealth, family, relationships, career, business, whatever, and you just have a very, very clear objective under each of them about what it is that you desire, not just from where you are now, because we tend to think only in teeny tiny incremental shifts, but like, what is the big goal? Like if you were made in that area, like if you had a magic wand, what would that big goal look like to you for that particular pillar of your life? And if you get them on a bit of paper and on a visual, and then just think about, like, for each of those areas, what's the one thing that you could do for them? And then when you look at that, say, and which one of them is the most important to me? Which one of them, absolutely, if it doesn't shift in the next 12 months, will have me jumping out the fucking first floor window because it would be shit.
Because what happens is, and when we have sessions in our intensives and with our one-on-one clients, when we kick off, we always do a well-formed outcome, don't we, Donna? Where we get the client really clear about what the goal is that they want to have happen, and then we explore it to make sure. But it takes a while to get there because naturally we're just conditioned to say, well, I don't want to feel sad, I don't want to feel depressed, I don't want to feel the way I do, I don't want to be fat, I don't want to feel overweight, I don't want to be tired, exhausted, whatever it is. And that's just a representation. And we have to work to go, right, so if you're not this, what are you? So if you're not that, what are you? And we have to work at that to help the clients to get clear about what their goal is. But they don't just pop it off the top of our head. And that's common for most clients. So that shows us that what's going on in here, consciously and subconsciously, is a lot of tuning into the things that we're not happy about.
100%. So Marlene, the pillars I would do would be health, wealth, family and relationships. You can have them together if you want. Career and spirit. They're the 5 pillars that I always have. But you can have other ones if you want. You can have, friendships, and you can when we do the life audit. So and if you have a look and you really online, Marlene, if you think of like the life audit, we put it on a circle, but you would just create them as a pillar. So there's 8 different segments. So they're effectively what you do. You have a goal sort of under each of them, and then your one big goal, the one thing that has to shift.
And Tina, one of our clients who's now in the elite group, she completed our life audit when she was in the Soul Sister group, and then went back and revisited it when she's joined the elite, and actually shared the results, how in areas where she was lower in her life, she'd then gone up by focusing on it. So it's really helpful to get focused when you do that audit. For the 2 or 3, 1 or 2 things that are the lowest, just put some intention around that, and you'll be amazed at the difference it can make in 90 days.
And that's where a lot of people get overwhelmed though, Sue. If you struggle to find one particular goal, it's always that question of, if any one of these things didn't happen, which one would I absolutely be pissed off about? Because even when you write a goal, the chances are that somewhere, somehow, you'll be doing something a little bit towards it. Do you know what I mean? But there's the one goal that you've got to make sure that the one big goal, your big goal creator, that you're thinking, this is consciously what every day I'm spending 15, 20, 30 minutes on working towards. So like for Cheryl, for a long time, that was her health. So yes, the business was important, but Cheryl's health trumped that, because actually you're not going to have a business if you haven't got your health. So Cheryl consciously every day spent time taking the right supplements, getting the right activity, eating the right food. And for a good year, the business was really important, but she understood that unless her health hit home, then there'd be no Cheryl to run the business, right? So that's
about making it a priority. I've just shared the big goal again. I know we're in the last 3 months of the year, but some of you might not have seen this. And this helps you to get clarity on your big goal, but also there's some great resources in there for you to get some structure around your big goal. Then how does that play out monthly and weekly? And there's a great reflections document. So if you haven't already got the big goal creator, there's the link. You can use it throughout the year. You don't have to start it in January. You know, me and Donald don't like New Year's resolutions. Your goals are transient. They just flow, and they're continual. And reviewing it every 90 days. It doesn't matter what time of year it is.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So just think about that. Like if in the next 12 months was only one thing that you had to achieve, in the next 3 months, 6 months, what would that one thing be? What's the one thing that's really underpinning everything in your life right now? It might be your health. It might be your finances. It might be your relationship with your husband, because if you're not happy there, then you might struggle to be happy elsewhere. It doesn't matter what it is. What's that one area? And get clear about what in that area you really want to bring in. What are you declaring? What are you manifesting? What are you calling in?
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
She's been singing a lot lately. I wanna. Last night was the first night of the Bounce Back Ability Boot Camp. 3 weeks of live coaching with us started last night, and it was brilliant. But she kept singing, and I kept promising that she wouldn't sing anymore, and then she just kept bursting out into more songs.
I'm just one of these people where I don't know what it is, but when somebody says a word or this, that, and the other, just music always just pops into my head, and then I just have a song just going round and round in my head for hours after.
It's good fun.
I don't know why it happens. There'll be a reason.
What we're talking about tomorrow, can you remember?
Oh, God knows. I don't. I only know on the day, just before we come on the call. I'm joking. I can't remember. I can have a look. Let me have a look. Let me contact my resources. Oh, Joe, even better. Joe Robertson. Joe Robertson writes.
Joe Robertson writes. What are we talking about tomorrow?
Can you tell us what we're talking about tomorrow? That would be really helpful. Joe Robertson writes, who writes our stuff for us.
And, it could just be, we're like a smorgasbord. We're like a pick and mix. Like when you go to the jellies thing, there's just all these different jellies when you go to the cinema. Speaking of which, can you believe the cinemas are closing?
Oh,
like,
no.
How sad is that? Like, the cinema is such a big part of, like, our life. We love going to the cinema. So I'm absolutely gutted about that.
Oh, it's
just
awful.
Sad, isn't it?
Thursday. I found it.
Are you all in your breeches? Are you in your suspenders?
Well, mine's just about, who are your cheerleaders it's about. But
no, tomorrow's about Graham's birthday.
It is, but the theme is who are your cheerleaders.
Oh, right, yeah.
One of my biggest cheerleaders, but it's Graham's Mr. G G's birthday. But we're talking about cheerleaders.
Yeah. So want to make sure, because who you surround yourself by, you've heard this is really important. So we're going to be going into that in a lot more detail tomorrow and help me get some clarity on that too. Meanwhile, I'm going to go away. I'm going to pester Natalie for more pics of Gabby to cheer us all up today. And just like
get some food down, send Neil to the shop for some cocoa milk.
Yes. I'm going to have a look at that tonight. Right. Have a fabulous week of the week, everybody. Love you all.
Do you mean this link, Eileen, the big gold creator? I've just sent it again. That's what you mean.
All right, guys. See you later. Bye.